Hi fam, Abigail Aditola here. Long time no sit down and chat with me video, and this video is long overdue by the way. So I'm just going to jump right into today's discussion. Children of God hear God's voice, yes they do, especially those who even hear directly. So as Christians, or most people who hear God's voice tend to, because it's a very uncommon practice. I mean, back then when I say, oh God told me, I used to get the looks like, God told you. So over time I learned to mask that. I learned to dumb it down to I think, or I heard, or I feel. Meanwhile God told me directly. So I was speaking to my husband a few weeks ago, and I was telling him about this, and I was like, man, it's time to share this. So if you're a Christian and you hear God's voice, you know I hear God's voice, right? You hear God's voice. There is nothing to be ashamed about it. I know that we live in a generation, or in a world now, that doesn't really believe in those things. People would rather talk about manifesting things. People would rather talk about crystals. People would rather talk about mental health, which mental health is not a bad thing anyways. People would rather lay emphasis on speaking positivity. People will talk about doing good, positivity and all of that. But you hardly hear people say, oh, I heard God's voice. Not that God isn't speaking, of course God is speaking, but because I think that people of my own time, some people of my own time have now, I don't know, probably lost confidence, or they feel it's something to be ashamed of. I'm here to encourage you. There's nothing to be ashamed of. If you hear God's voice, say it. It's as, you eat, you drink, you sleep, you walk. Those are like basic things. They are normal, right? So if God talks to you, it's absolutely normal for you as a Christian, because it's a normal thing. So normalize saying God told me. You want to go out, and then you have to give a reason, and then God says no, and they ask you why. Of course, if it permits you to normalize saying God said I shouldn't go, or I heard God say, or God said I should do this, God said I should do that. Let's normalize that. I believe that our generation is that God still speaks. Trust me, God still speaks. Yeah, this is not a video on, how will God speak to me, blah blah blah. No, this is to actually encourage those who hear God's voice directly. Normalizing God told me, God said. God bless you.